The international armed conflict between Ukraine and Russia is fueling a devastating humanitarian crisis that has affected millions of people. On top of the many people who lost their lives, got injured, or went missing, millions of people have been uprooted from their homes. Millions of people have lost access to running water, millions have lost electricity, and millions will struggle to survive the deep cold of winter with little or no heat. 2022 has been a tragic year for Ukrainians, but as traumatic as this year has been, perspectives are bleak for the months to come. To alleviate some of the suffering, the International Committee of the Red Cross, in partnership with the Ukrainian Red Cross Society, has worked hard to deliver vital assistance and protection across the country. This means over 1 million people have received essential assistance, such as food and hygiene items, and nearly 40,000 homes have been rebuilt with repair material. It also includes our support to more than 100,000 people living in temporary shelters across the country.
Спасибо, нас эвакуировали в безопасное место, но мы в чем были в подвалах, в том мы сбежали. Мы сейчас нуждаемся во всем, потому что люди добрые и Красный Крест помогли, то мы одеты, обуты. Нам очень, в данный момент нам очень сильно надо лекарства и средства гигиены.
An additional 330,000 people have received direct and unconditional cash assistance for a total of 179 million Swiss francs. As winter has arrived and military hostilities rage on, it is the civilians who pay the enormous price when power and water lines are damaged.
Ну, в кого там десь щось осталось, якась дровиняка, он шукаємо десь там гілки, а як підуть морози.
As people face the coldest months of the year, they have limited access to water and heat and suffer hour-long power cuts every day. We are working with local authorities to repair damaged infrastructure, which means that heat was restored to over 1.3 million people and access to clean drinking water for 10 million more. As frontlines shift, more civilians continue to be affected. With lives lost and families torn apart, we have been working on both sides of the front line to keep them connected. Our Central Tracing Agency Bureau has been able to provide 4,000 pieces of information to families about the fate of their loved ones. The ICRC in 2022 visited hundreds of POWs, a hugely valuable moment of humanity for each prisoner visited. However, despite the legal obligations of the parties and our persistent efforts to visit them, the ICRC has not been granted full and regular access to all prisoners of war and civilian internees. And that's why we will not stop demanding access until we can see all of them, not just once, but repeatedly, wherever they are held, to alleviate the suffering of their families. Across the country, more than 170 hospitals and healthcare facilities have received medical equipment, tools, and medicine needed to carry out life-saving work. This means that over 130,000 patients were able to continue their treatment thanks to these donations.
Отримали катетери, отримали набори іммобілізаційних шин, набори для анестезіології, лікарські засоби для надання терапевтичним і хірургічним хворим.
What we have achieved in Ukraine this year with our partners from the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement has positively impacted the lives of millions. But more support is still required to help a population in dire need. Our commitment remains strong, and we will continue to be on the side of people to serve their needs and to assist and protect especially the most vulnerable across the country.